The queen ate one extra quail egg. The king immediately suspected she was pregnant. When he heard the queen admit it, Henry was overjoyed because his previous two wives had failed to give him a son, and this time Jane's pregnancy news undoubtedly reignited Henry's hopes. From that moment on, Henry meticulously cared for Jane. He not only imported her favorite French quail eggs, but also made time to accompany her. He even commissioned gold toys for their soon-to-be-born son. Under Henry's careful protection, Jane safely reached her due date. That day should have been the one she was most looking forward to, but just before labor, she suddenly had a bad premonition. Jane urgently summoned her maid and instructed her that no matter what happened during labor, the child in her belly must be saved first. Just as she had feared, the labor was very difficult. After 2 days of painful labor, Jane finally gave birth. Perhaps heaven heard Henry's prayers, because this time he finally welcomed a little prince. He named his long-awaited son Edward and held the most grand baptism ceremony in the palace. However, the joy didn't last long. Due to the severe trauma of childbirth, Jane soon developed puerperal fever. She ran a high fever for several days. Although doctors did everything they could to save her, she couldn't survive. Jane's death left Henry deeply traumatized. From then on, Henry closed himself off, refusing to eat or drink, even ignoring state affairs. Until one day, a court minister hurried over overnight with a portrait of a young woman, and Henry's face finally showed a smile again. That night, the king immediately summoned the maid to his room. However, it was this indulgent night that reignited the burning desires in Henry's heart. He decided to find a new queen. As soon as he spoke, a minister hastily recommended the niece of the Roman emperor, partly for political gain and partly to suit Henry's taste. Although the young woman was a widow, she was still a virgin and very young. Initially, Henry had some hesitation, but when he heard she was extremely beautiful, he immediately agreed. What's more, she loved card games and hunting. Her hobbies perfectly matched his, so Henry immediately sent envoys to propose. But to everyone's surprise, the young woman flatly refused the proposal. She clearly understood what kind of person Henry was. After all, his previous 3 queens had all come to no good end. The ministers, eager to complete their mission, persisted, but the woman replied, the ministers had no choice but to give up. Rejected, Henry had to settle for second best and choose from the remaining candidates. Under the ministers' constant persuasion, Henry finally agreed to marry a German princess. But when he went to see her with great anticipation, the sight before him instantly devastated him.